What's up, YouTube? It's Rochelle Tannen. Today is June 8th, 2022. I just uploaded a short about an experience I had at a neighborhood bodega. And I have a question for black people in the hood. When are you guys going to get that these Africans, Koreans, Dominicans, or whatever other foreigner, they're not your fucking friends? I went to go buy a bag of chips for the side of my lunch or dinner tonight. And I felt the price was too high. I could be wrong. So I put it back. This Negro comes into the store, with his Philly style. See, I'm not from Philly. So I look at, they're just another hood. Every hood has this type of nigga. With your pants hanging off your ass, you're paid in full shirt. You come in acting like you're going to shoot the Dominican and they cool, they family. These niggas ain't your family. These niggas can give a fuck about you. Then niggas, you could spend $1 million in most of their stores, and if you fall $1 short, they act like they can't help you out, even though you're in your neighborhood. And like I told this dude, if you ever talk to a man from Philly, a black man from Philly, they act just like the women. It's hard to get a word in edgewise. They overtalk you, and they always have to pull in a third party to ensure that they're right. Like I told him, mind your business. They're not your friend. I don't care how long these Dominicans and whomever been in the neighborhood. They're not your friends. Oh, black men, see, this is exactly why, as I post and I build, it's very hard to take up for black people. It's very hard to take up for black men. Black men don't seem to fucking get it. While you're busy being cool with everybody and dapping them up and walking around with your paid in full shirts and your ass hanging out, these niggas are taking home $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in a day in your neighborhood. And most of the time, they don't even live in your neighborhood. But as he told me, you're not from Philly, because I can tell the way you talk. Blacks here in Philadelphia are a fucking trip. They treat foreigners better here in Philadelphia than they treat a black person from a neighboring state. They think they know everything. This is why they get raped left and right out here. I made a decision a few weeks ago. I was going to go back to what I always did. I was never big on bodega shopping. I'm still not. And for a long time, I wouldn't even shop at a fucking bodega, because I get how commerce works. And these Dominicans, Africans, whoever that you niggas take up for, because this ain't the first time this has happened. I've had black Philadelphians do that with Africans. I've had them do that with Koreans. And meanwhile, while y'all taking up for them, they look at you just like they look at me. You're nothing but a nigga. Actually, they look at you as a pet nigga. It's worse. Because they know you're too stupid to get that they're raping your community and you guys don't seem to give a fuck. Talking about, and he said to me, I can't remember the words he used, that's the way it is or something. No, you niggas are just sorry. This is exactly why every other race of people look at you like you're a fucking fool. And they get mad at someone like me because I'm not a fucking fool. The only reason I went to this store, matter of fact, earlier I had to grab some cash. I went in there, which I didn't want to, but they're the nearest ATM. Because I don't like giving these Dominicans my money. So my can opener broke. The local dollar store didn't have another can opener. So again, I had to go in the store to get a can opener. The one I bought from Family Dollar just broke. Used it once. But I don't put up with the price gouging shit from these Dominicans. Okay, let's say those chips did go up a few cents because of inflation or whatever. You got to charge 50 cents for a fucking plastic bag? Now, true enough, here in Philly, they ban plastic bags in some stores or whatever. But most places are charging $0.25. Most of these places shouldn't be charging at all. But leave it to black people to take up for these stupid fucking foreigners. See, black people ain't going to get the memo till about 27, 28. They're not going to get the memo. Some of us already know. We see what's coming. You're about to get mollywopped out this bitch. While you're taking up for Dominicans, talking about we the same skin color. Are you fucking crazy? Call a Dominican a black person to see what the fuck happens. I'm not black. I'm from the Dominican Republic. Same thing. Same thing with an African. I'm not an American black. I'm from Africa. I'm not Haitians. I'm not an American black. I'm from Haiti. Now, see, they can differentiate their differences. But black people from this nation will say, well, they're the same color. Nigga, no, you're not. And if you had any fucking sense, you would be pissed and be boycotting to get these stores up out of the neighborhood. I was listening to one of my subscribers yesterday, and guys, I just came in from, it's pretty warm outside today, but I was listening to one of my subscribers, and they were talking about how an Arab store in the South Bronx went out of business because this Arab store was located in a Hispanic part of the South Bronx. And he said that this store didn't last 6 months or a year. That's because Hispanics, I don't care how cool they are with you, I don't care what segment of Hispanic, they know the importance of their dollar. Black people have been screaming the same shit about circulating dollars since the 50s or 60s, and you niggas still don't get it. You still don't get it. And I don't go in these stores because a lot of times I know I know my personality. And I go to these stores as a last resort. Now, since I've been in Philly, I'm not going to lie. Some of the convenience rubbed off on me, but I'm coming back up out of that shit. Because for many years, I went and shopped with a lot of these stores and things. And I'm coming back out of that habit. I don't care how convenient they are. Because every dollar I give them, they're building over there in the Dominican Republic. This stupid nigga talking about, oh, we family. No, you're not, because they have a whole separate country they can go to. This is your country. This is your city. This is why, I don't deal with a lot of these black people here in Philadelphia. What keeps me in Philadelphia is my job and convenience. But soon that's not going to be enough. Because the niggas here are so far fucking gone. Maybe niggas everywhere are far gone. But in this city, they think they know everything. They think they're superior to everybody the fuck else. Meanwhile, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to film the area I just moved to a few months ago. This place looks like a fucking bomb hit it. And only thing you got is silly ass niggas with their panties showing talking about we all the same color. But if you say that to the right Dominican, I'm not black. I'm not black. Just like Godfrey said, shout out to Godfrey. I'm not black. Only time they give a fuck about black people are a couple things. If they're taking their money, or if they gotta borrow something that's cool in style. They gotta borrow shit. Because black people in this nation, you guys will let all these other races cherry pick what they want from your culture, your history. You'll let them cherry pick it and they'll tweak it the way so it works for them. But they'll always let you know, I'm not black. And if it's a black from another nation, they'll I'm not an American black. And you niggas take up for these people. This is exactly why I know I'm getting out of Philly eventually. I'm getting while the getting's good. Because you black people, you take up for other people from other nations and things. Let's see how many of them take up for you when your ass is put on that domestic terrorist list, because it's coming. Speaking of, sidebar, they caught 2 out of the 3 of those young black men that shot up South Street in 3rd. They're looking for the 3rd one who's a teenager. And these niggas worrying about being cool with a bodega owner. But it's getting to the point it's almost impossible to defend black people. You black people as a group of people from California to New York, you can't afford to be this fucking stupid too much longer. You can't afford to be this stupid for too much longer. These people aren't your friends. They only care about your money. They don't give a fuck about you. They may put your kids' pictures up in their store, your grandmother's pictures. That is about money. Let me ask you this, and then I'm going to sign off and get back to my job. When's the last time you've been in a Hispanic neighborhood, be them Dominican, Puerto Rican, even though Puerto Ricans, I'll put an asterisk because y'all are Americans too. Dominican, Colombian, Brazilian, Venezuelan, wherever. When is the last time you went into any of these neighborhoods occupied by mostly Latino and Latina people and seen a black-owned store? You can list it in my comments. You let me know what neighborhood and I'll take a trip to that neighborhood. You tell me where in this motherfucking country I can go into a Hispanic neighborhood and see a black-owned store. You know how fast Hispanics would boycott that shit? Black people, you can't afford to be this stupid going into 2023. Or keep being this stupid. It's your kids falling by the wayside. It's Asian and Hispanic and white and African kids growing up in the suburbs, going to prep school and things off your fucking money. Meanwhile, your kids go to these local schools, which the schools around here are fucking prison training camps. While your kids are going there, while you're taking up for that Dominican, the money I just spent, the money you're going to spend and have no problem spending, is sending that kid, depending if their family's in the Dominican Republic, because a lot of them send money back there, Probably to prep school. And if they're in DR, they probably live a life of grandeur because it's fairly cheap in DR. Meanwhile, again, your kids go to failing schools. There's no black commerce around here. Everything's foreigner owned. And you niggas, you like it like this. It's getting too hard to defend you niggas these days. You know, I'm going to put all this energy into this channel because these fools out here in 2022, they just don't get it. On that note, guys, I'm about to get back to work, and I am so windblown. It's not like a camera to reveal your flaws. You guys have a good hump day. I'm out of here.